Yes, people are just setting up, getting everything in gear. Just setting up, people. See Darren and jumping in the chat there already. Alright, people, alright. Get all your drink. Yeah, get all your drink ready. Listening to D.blackman tonight in the background. The orange juice. Take a little stretch, because we are about to go in. We're gonna have fun here tonight. All good, bro. I see you there in the chat. Alright, pleasant good night, everyone. Just bear with me. Let me set up everything properly here. Tonight we're gonna be interviewing D.blackman live here on Pushsoca. You don't know it's a boy Batch, the bachelor, girl, the spatula, stepping in, give him a girl Chanel a little helping hand, you know what I mean? Taking over the interview for tonight. And in the future, you never know, I on audition. If I do good, I inside. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Boom. So I'm gonna just add Darren into the live. You know, so everybody drop some fire for Darren as he enters into the live, okay?
What up, bud?
Yes, bro. Listen, give me a second. Yo, my brother.
What's good, bro?
The living legend, the legendary.
I know legend, man. I know legend. What are you talking about?
Yes, the legendary bloodline is here. You know what I mean? So bro, I'm setting up. Yeah, just give me a little second. Let me just get everything where I need it to be. Ting. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
be ready
man.
in a split second.
Yeah, I got more drink, you know. Already for you, you know.
Watch that. It's personal. Orange.
I see my boy Will Young in the building. What up, Will?
Yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Yo, shout out your people. And let's share the live.
Yeah, man.
You know what
Share the live. Oh, I see my man Marty Johnson. That's a big guy right there, man. Marty Johnson, big guy.
Yeah.
Good man.
So, let me bust a little stretch. we going in. We about to
I ready for you, you know. I bring up my Crown Royal, you know. I don't really drink and think. Look at you.
I topping up. Yeah. So, first and foremost, tell the people who you are. You know what I mean? And, you know, let's get this thing going. Who are you, bro? Who are you?
I'm just a man, but you can call me D-man.
Yeah. D.blackman, yeah?
D.blackman, yeah.
You know, obviously, it's Pushsoca. We all about pushing soca, and let's kick it off and let's just let people know, like, yo, Darren has a new tune called Tonight. It's out on all platforms, I believe.
Yeah. It's on Spotify, Apple, everything. YouTube. Haven't done any video or anything yet, but you know that's in the making. So we just dropped the song um in February. So it's a more of a. I tried to do a kind of island, a little bit of Latin with a little bit of pop. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different from your original soca song because I wasn't really trying to do like a heavy soca. I was trying to do a little blend, so it's more a little bit different feel from American air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you say American Air, so that means you're based in the US, right?
Yeah, in North Carolina.
All right. Well, all the way from London to the US, let me and you have a cheers to the song Tonight. As he said, people is out everywhere on all platforms. Check it out. Go on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everything. Check it out. D.Blackman Tonight, yeah. So let's start going into this thing here now. All right.
Mhm.
So this is the question, yeah. Every question, because I know you, yeah. It's like every
Yeah.
question I look at, I'm thinking, yo, how did you start doing music? And I'm just gonna stay quiet now. I'm just
Oh, gee, that's like a so. Or I end up starting doing music. We talking about playing music
no,
or
no.
sing.
So how did you start doing music, like soca music, Darren Blackman? I mean, the man name is Darren Blackman earlier. So
So
soca music, Darren Blackman. How did you start singing soca?
so let me get you a thing to start with. Because of my dad created soca music, right?
Yeah. Say that again.
The thing is, because of my father, Shorty, Lord Shorty,
Yeah.
who created soca music, right? The thing
Hold
is,
on, hold
we
on, hold
wasn't
on. Pe- People, the guy said, my dad, uh, Lord Rashorty
Lord
I
Shorty
created
who created soca music. He
created
created,
soca music.
okay? I don't care what anybody say. Everybody who say, oh, everybody had a part to play in soca music back
Mm-hmm.
then. But
Yeah.
he's the person that started soca music, and when
Mm-hmm.
he was doing it, everybody else was telling him, "Shorty, you're messing with the music," because back then it was calypso music,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he wanted to change the calypso music to something that everybody else could relate to, meaning Indian and Africans, because that was the majority of the people in Trinidad and Tobago. And there was a separation between Indians and African people, you
Mm-hmm.
know, a division. So he wanted to create a music that would combine the culture, which is Africans and Indians. So he come up with the dolak, you know, and then the African, so, and mix it on the drum set,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we started. And then he had like the Indian music in the background, all that kind of stuff. So that's how we started the soca. But then all the other calypsonians in them was telling him he messing with the music, you know. And then when it took off a little bit, then everybody started, oh shit, boy, shorty, this thing sounding good, boy. And everybody started doing a little thing, and then it take over from there, you know.
So that's where soca started for you when your dad started soca, basically.
No.
Okay, let's get there. Let's get there.
After my dad was done with soca music, he wanted to change his life and become a Christian. He almost committed suicide.
Wow, that's deep.
A lot of people didn't know that, but he was on tour in Canada, and I think he was, you know, over the whole thing and a bunch of other drama and all that kind of stuff. And he wanted to commit suicide. He wanted to jump in front of a train track,
Wow.
you know.
They hear that
So
one.
yeah, so he left the tour in Canada
Yeah.
and then went home and he just get a change. He said, "Go talk to him." And then he leaves soca music and leave all of that behind. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He gave up all his royalties, all his rights, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with soca no more. Which was bad, which was good for him, but was bad for us because
Yeah,
we,
that's the legacy. That's the legacy.
yeah, exactly. I don't think he was thinking about, okay, what is going to be good for my kids later on in life, you know? So yeah, so at that point, we didn't know nothing about, you know,
Number soca them time. He's a youth man
because
in school.
he didn't want us to play soca music.
Yeah.
He didn't want us to play any other kind of music. And then he created Jamu,
Yeah.
which is the gospel of soca.
Okay, gospel soca.
So he twisted and went and did a different music, which is Jamu music, and wanted to just do gospel music. So we wasn't allowed to listen to any music
No soca
besides. No, but the thing is, we used to sneak, and when he leave the house,
yeah.
we used to sneak and play all kind of music, and play soca music, and do like different type of music, and then come up with our own stuff, But I didn't start doing soca music until I was like, maybe 20, when I was in California, like 23.
Wow. Wow.
That's when I started playing soca music.
So basically what you're saying is that your dad created it because he didn't want you guys to listen to it. You had no choice but to listen to it. Because you know how kids are. The more you say to a kid, don't play with fire, they go play with fire. You know what I mean? Until they get burned and then they're like, you know what? But in this case, soca music is not fire. I mean, it is a fire, but it's not one that could harm you. You know what I mean? So yeah. So this is where you found love for soca at the age of 23. And then okay, so if you found soca at 23, yeah. What was it about soca that made you think like, yo, I'm gonna sing soca music. I'm gonna sing this. I'm gonna get involved with this.
Well, the thing is, growing up with my dad, we used to play in a lot of the calypso tents, but we didn't play soca music. We used to meet up with all them guys, Baron, see all these big performers perform, but we never played soca music. We played jamu music, which was different because my dad wanted to do gospel. So, besides all of that, we used to see all these artists performing, hearing the soca music. I was like, why I can't play that? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and it have a vibe, you know. It have a vibe. You know, everybody moves, everybody dancing.
Have a real vibe, yeah. So yeah, we used to just listen to people play the music, hear people playing the music, but we can't partake of it. It's like back in Adam and Eve style. You see the apple, don't touch the apple.
Crazy, man. Crazy. That's some deep stuff. That's some deep stuff because I just learned there. Like I didn't know because obviously I was young.
Right.
I know who created it, and funny enough, like I used to live in Pleasantville, and I know you guys used to live in the ville too, like Oleander Drive. Is it Oleander?
Yeah, my sister used to live down in Pleasantville.
Yeah, that was right around the
corner. D.blackman.
Yeah. So boy, it has so many questions here, but right now it's like all what you're saying is just pinging left and right in my head. So you started at 23, and how old are you now?
I ain't gonna get that out.
So, I mean, that gives you.
I'm in my late 30s. I'm in my late 30s.
Oh, okay, so that will give you like a good 15 years in soca. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, I played soca. I traveled in Asia, Europe, playing like top 40 tunes with the band I used to play with my brothers and them. abstract, and then I come back to New York, and then my brother hit me up, and then we went to California and started playing music.
Okay. So what is it
And
about soca music that you enjoy the most?
the thing is, soca music have no limits. You know, it has no boundaries when it comes to like, oh, how you should behave or how you should carry yourself. It's just a music that makes you want to have fun. It's just like, what, fuck everything, fuck my job, screw this shit, screw family problems. It's just like that's the way. It's like a break. I need a break. It's a break. So it's a break kind of music. It take you away from everything, stress, and it just lets you feel and be who you want to be at that time or moment. That's what it does for me.
Yeah, so it's like your way to release. You can release. You can just take your mind off all the problems and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for most soca lovers, that's exactly what. Not well. I mean, Caribbean culture is that in essence, but soca music is the soundtrack to that. You know what I mean? So every soca lover would definitely say is that vibe of soca music, that inclusion. I mean, your dad, he smacked it. That inclusion, that togetherness, that free up. You know what I mean? It's what we all live for. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you've been doing soca for more than 15 years, yeah? And
Yeah.
out of all the songs that you have done, yeah, what is the favorite song that you have been involved in creating or created for yourself? Like your personal favorite that you done for yourself.
For me, well, the thing is, I only did. This is my third song.
Okay. Also, you
Um,
more in the background, like playing with the playing with the bands
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
I played in many different bands. Many different bands. My brother, my sister. I played with a couple different big bands. Opened for a couple big acts. But the thing is, I never did my music. I always played drums for other people on their
Oh,
album and
so
all
that's
this
your
other
instrument.
stuff.
That's your instrument. Because I was gonna ask you
Yeah.
just because you see you play with bands, that means you must play. Is it only the drums you can play, or are you versatile? You can play other instruments in the band as well.
I can play bass, guitar.
Yeah,
See my keyboard here. I do my own thing. And
yeah. Well, that's a question I was gonna ask. Like, do you produce? Do you produce rhythms? Do you create beats yourself? Like, you know what I mean?
to be honest with you, just the first song I started doing because I started doing this guy from work, and the how it started was I was getting tired of having to rely on other people for, hey, I need to create this beat, I need to do this, I need some studio time,
Yeah,
and just last year I was like, you know what, I'm tired of it. So I told my wife, like, I need to just get some stuff so I can create my foundation
yeah,
and then take it in the studio and say, hey, I want to mix and master this. I want you to mix this. I want to like probably have you do a little production to it,
yeah.
you know. But
So
I
the
just
whole
started coming
song.
up with my stuff myself.
Mhm. Listen, that's the
Yeah.
way forward. That's the way forward. Even myself, like obviously, coronavirus, lockdown, and all these things. So during this time period, I've been taking the time to try to learn to do some production myself. And I'm not the greatest, but I'll get there one day. My
Yeah, but
aim
you're
is
a
to
good
create a
writer,
project.
man. You're a good
Bro,
writer. That's why I was hitting you up. I'm like, hey, I need your brain.
yeah, bro. Well, don't tell them what we doing, bro. It's top secret stuff. You know what I mean? Top secret stuff. So do you write your own songs?
Yes. For me, it's hard. I It's easy for me to come up with a hook line or something, but
Mhm.
I'm not really a writer to say like put pen to paper. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a lyricist. It's easy for some people to put lyrics to any beat. I'm not versed in that. When it comes to the music, when I hear something, I know it's good. And I know what's right, what feels good, all that kind of stuff. I can put music together. Um, being a drummer, it's easy for me to put music together, you know. But I'm still learning how to produce music.
Yeah.
You know, producing is hard because you gotta have that ear for what people like to hear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a living vibe, you know, and it changes over time, you know, because we've seen some, well, some people call it subgenres of soca, but I just see all of it as soca music because, you know, like you see there's the Dennery segment kickoff that has a whole vibe here in the UK, and then there's the
Right.
jab, other things that kicked off before the Dennery, and that's a whole vibe here in the UK. You know what I mean? It have the Afro soca, that's a whole vibe again. And the thing is, people love all of them. You know what I mean? It's not just
It's so.
one.
Hey Jen, what's up, Jen?
All right, Jen. Yeah, you know, it's a whole vibe, you know, and we love all different subgenres of soca. And if you're a soca lover, you can't shun any of them. You know what I mean?
I know, right?
Soca is soca. You
That
know?
is true. The thing is, I'm a versatile music lover. There's not one particular music I love more than the other. I love soca music more than any other music.
Yeah. No, I was just
Let me
about
take
to
that
ask
back.
you that, you know. Other than soca music, yeah. I feel you're a psychic. Darren is a psychic, he's a psychic. Yeah. Other than soca music, yeah. What other genre do you listen to?
I listen to, like it or not, I love playing rock music.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I play rock music with a couple other bands. The other two music I used to play a lot was reggae and rock music with a little bit of and soca music. But I
Mm,
also love R&B. You know, I love classical music. I love Indian music and salsa.
yeah.
Don't get me to dance floor when it comes to salsa
Yeah.
because I'm, I'm gonna start
You got,
cha-chaing. I'm gonna
yeah,
start cha-chaing.
yeah. You got good feet when you're dancing, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot.
Me, bro, I can't dance any of those things. All I could do is roll my waistline behind a bumper. I don't know how to do any of these type of other type of dance, you know? So you see your song tonight, yeah?
Mhm.
Tell me a little something about your song tonight. Like, where did you get the inspiration from to write that song? And you know what I mean? Like, tell me what you were trying, who you were trying to hit with that song, where you're trying to go with that song. Because like you said earlier, it's a vibe. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not necessarily soca. You say you have a little, a little groove in
I love
there.
that feelings out of the
Yeah,
song with some soca in it.
yeah,
So how that song come about? We went to Miami. My wife
yeah,
and I had an award ceremony, and when I landed in Miami, I was like, "Yo, this shit is nice."
Latinas
You
everywhere.
and you hear the music, the Latin music and everything. We went to the clubs and everything. It's just the whole vibe. I feel like I was in Trinidad, but yet still I feel like I was in Latin America with a Trinidad feel, because how the whole culture is. It's like everybody's just out having fun, listening
Yeah,
to music and dancing and enjoying, you know, the vibes. So it's like when we was out with everybody partying and listening to music and drinking, it's like, man, when I come back home, that song, that song, it just hit in my head. Tonight gonna be the night, yeah. We just gonna have fun, yeah. Tonight, yeah. So, and then I was like, shit, I think I need to make a song with this.
yeah.
So I'm like, just coming back from Miami,
Hmm.
that whole vibe just hit me, and I was like, man, I need to make a song with this. And I wasn't gonna add any Latin in it, and then she said, why don't you just had somebody do some Latin inside of it? I was like, what, that makes some sense. So that's
So
how the whole.
I'm kind of getting a kind of vibe about, because obviously, I write my own songs as well. So I'm kind of getting that vibe about you, like where your concepts come from. And is this like is this like you really the mode of where you find your stuff from, like just from natural occurrences, from experiences and stuff, like that's where you get your vibe to create from? Or do you have a specific process that you say, well, all right, because you know there's certain techniques when it comes to writing where you will find a keyword and then you find synonyms and antonyms and all these things, you know what I mean? Do you go through a process like that, or is it mostly just that vibe of life, your experiences and stuff like that?
It's that vibe from life, from experiences. You know, every person have a moment in life when they do something or they go somewhere. They have this experience like, oh my goodness, this night was so good. And you know, it's like I try to vibes a song or be creative on that moment. You know,
Yeah,
or sometimes you're driving and you're listening to somebody else's music and then just something else hits you. I'm like, man, I can, all right, I like this song, but I'm hearing something else different from what this person is singing. And then you go back and you say like, all right, I can feed off of what he just sung and I can do my own interpretation,
hmm,
the whole different rhythm and a whole different vibes. Because the thing is, a lot of music that you listen to inspire you, but a lot of people shut their creativity down, you know, and just worry about all the bullshit in the world.
writer's block is a real phenomenon, man. It's a real phenomenon. But I mean, basically, for me, when it comes to writing, it's like I will get that inspiration from the vibe, from life, from current events, from people's experiences, people's situations, my own personal experiences as well. But then when
Right.
you found yourself at that junction where you don't know if to go left or right, there's certain little techniques that there are out there that you could use, you know what I
Hey,
mean? And especially if
babe.
you understand song structure, you know what I mean? It helps, you know what I mean? So I'm with you 100%. Like listening to other people's music is very important, because if you don't listen to other people's music, you're going
Yeah.
like we said, like soca moves with the time, moves with the vibe, and you have to be in tune with that. Yeah, so I'm with you 100%. Now,
Yep.
I follow you on social media, and I know you're a family
I
man.
follow you back.
Yeah, of course. You know, you're a family man, and you do your thing, you look after your family well, and you know, like you seem like a person full of a lot of love, you know what I mean? And I know that you have a very big family, you have a very popular family as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just by the name. You know, it's a bit of a I'm going into a little personal zone here now, yeah.
That's
Um,
cool.
2020 March, for us here, the world got locked down. You know, COVID-19 struck, and it just became a whole crazy situation. So, how has the pandemic been for you and your family and stuff
Hmm.
like that?
So for me, work still goes on, everyday life,
Yeah.
but it kind of, because I still play music with a band that I have,
Hmm.
that I play music with. So that part kind of totally shut down. I can't go out and play music because I love playing my drums still, you know. I
Yeah.
love it, brings out the best in me. Um but for like the whole year I couldn't go out and
Nothing.
play, you know, and
Exactly.
just socializing with people outside of work, you know, it's just like, dude, when is this thing gonna be over? You know, and for work and family and with the kids and, you know, the wife and her job and all the stress is like, I need to go on a vacation, but you can't go nowhere.
You can't go nowhere. They're calling them
You know, it's like,
staycations. You know, you have to stay where you are. Find
yeah,
something local if you're even allowed to. You know what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
like I planned to like go to Trinidad. I was supposed to go to Trinidad for family friendship in March. That I couldn't go to that. I was so pissed off because like that's the only time that my whole family they put together this friendship festival back in Trinidad.
Hmm.
You know, and this is like the time that I can go and see everybody and we play music and just enjoy everything. And that got shut down. And then I planned a trip to Panama because I wanted to go to Panama with my wife, and that got shut down. I was like, from one thing to the next. So like, gee, what the heck is going on here? We can't do next, you know. And I'm telling you, man, this whole thing has really affected a lot of people. You actually really see people for who they are when this whole thing started. You
Mm-hmm.
see how real selfish and angry people get, and they have no patience for nobody else but themselves.
None whatsoever.
It's such a shame that we as human beings, it's good to think about yourself, but you can't be that angry at every single thing or every single person in the world because of something that happened. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah.
roll with the punches.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard, bro. Like on this side, of the pond, trust me, everything's shut down. There's there's barely anything to do, and it as you said, it really did show who is who. You know what I mean? Like there's certain people who, even though it was locked down, me and them, we were in such close communications. Like I'm just so happy for these good people in my life. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
you see that, like the whole pandemic here. What would you say is the biggest lesson that you've learned during and throughout the pandemic?
The biggest lesson I've learned is to live for today. Live
Wow,
today for today. Because
wow.
the thing, you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah, let me
You
take
know,
a
you
drink to that, bro. Let's take a drink to that. Yeah.
yeah, man. It's like people have a tendency of being in your life for such a short period of time, you know, and it's like you gotta enjoy the moment that you have those people in your life, because they're
Facts.
not always gonna be around, and we tend to forget, act like, oh yeah, that person is gonna be there when I turn around. Hey, Trinity Cindy in the building.
Big up Trini Cindy in the building. Woo!
My wife wasn't there too. Hey, babe, I know you're at work
Yeah, I
dealing
saw,
with
I saw, I
crazy
saw
people.
wifey. I saw wifey. Hello, wifey. Yeah. Um. So, as you mentioned, wifey. Yeah. As soon as, are you still in lockdown? Are you still in lockdown?
Oh, no, the thing, okay, let me tell you, where I live, right? I live
Yeah.
in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Everything is far. We haven't really been in lockdown.
Okay.
The thing is, bars and everything was closed, restaurants was closed, but you can still go shopping. You can still go here, but you got to wear a mask,
Mm-hmm.
all right? I'm around people every single day. I haven't gotten sick. There's a bunch of people that got sick around me that I worked with. They haven't gotten sick. One of my good friends passed away a couple months ago. Yeah. So yeah, but
Yeah. So my question is, as soon as they open the gates
I
and
come into London.
you're
I
allowed to touch road, tell me, what is your plans? What is your plans for as soon as you can do road? What are you gonna do?
So next week is my birthday, and you know what?
Yeah.
I going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't care if it's locked down. I'm like, you know what? I live in right now, so we going to Puerto Rico. I've always wanted to be Puerto Rico, so I'm going to Puerto Rico.
Mhm.
But still being cautious. But when this the whole thing done lockdown,
Yeah.
I tell me I come into London.
No, well, you had to link up. You have to link up.
So a little better be ready,
Yeah, you have
because
to link up. You have to
I
link up.
come in for carnival. I either
Listen,
going to Trinidad for carnival or come because I hear Trinidad carnival might not be happening,
again.
and that's what Raleigh said in
Jeez.
2020,
You better careful people
2022.
them know mash up the place, you know.
So I want to come to London.
No, by
I
all
tell him,
means.
you know. And I already tell Trini Cindy I come into New Orleans. I don't care if I performing or not. I just want to be there.
No, but Trini Cindy commented and said, "Well, we all going to London, so that means there's a big link up and reach. You get me? Big link up. Brother, going through these questions, and it's like me and you having a conversation, and it's like I'm looking at the question, I say, but me and Darren talk about this already, and this is the vibes we usually have. Like
I know,
the
right?
list has gone window. Yeah, I'm scrolling through. Yeah, you see me peeping to the side, like the list has gone through the window, brother. You know what I mean? Brother. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go back to this. So we acknowledge that you live North Carolina, yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you like? When did you make that switch, and how was that switch for you? Like, how was it? How was it leaving Trinidad as a youth man? And then I don't know how the journey was, but tell us about that journey.
Dude, man, I've moved a lot in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. A lot. So I left Trinidad. I left my dad's house when I was 18.
Mm.
And then I still used to play music with him, even though I left home, because I was pursuing an art career. I used to do art. I used to be an artist. And he was going to New York to perform for a show. So I was like, okay, I'll go to New York. The thing is, like, I'm one of my dad's outside kids. Let's put it like that. So my mom lived in New York. So when he was going to New York, I'm like, okay, well, you know, it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good time for me to go see my mom. So went to New York, did the performance, and I decided I wasn't going back to Trinidad. I was 19.
So you moved. So basically, you left Trinidad at 19, and then where did the journey take you from there?
And from there, I went to travel. I went to travel for 3 years in Asia and Europe, playing music. And then I got tired of living out of a suitcase for 3 months every country. I was just like, this can't be real. I'm like, I don't know how people live like this, but I needed like a foundation. So after traveling for 2 to 3 years out of a suitcase, I tell my brothers and them, I'm like, I'm done. You know? I'm like,
You're good.
I'm hitting the road. Then after I come back to New York, I went to Germany and Austria, and then came back to New York, and then my brother was traveling with Fishbone. You know who Fishbone is, right?
Yeah,
Big band.
yeah.
And he was doing engineering job, and he's like, "What are you doing in New York?" I'm like, "Well, I'm thinking of going back to college for art and do this." He's like, "Fuck that shit." He's like, "Why don't you come to California with me? And I'm looking for a drummer." I was like, you know what? Yeah. So I moved to California, and then I got tired of California. And I was like, and then I met up with my wife again. We've been friends for like since we were 21.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of burnt out from playing music. From playing music so long, after a while, it becomes like a job. Like, you know, like, oh my goodness, this is like such a hustle. Like, because a lot of people don't understand music is more work than work itself.
Yeah. It's all the time.
And the thing, a lot of people see the glamour and they don't understand. Half the time you are struggling your ass off. Okay, I mean like struggling. I didn't know. I used to be living like dollar to dollar. I go to the 99-cent store, and at that time I wasn't really on about health stuff. I would
Mhm. Eat
99
anything.
cents at McDonald's, anything I could eat at that period of time because I
You
was going
keep
to
it
college
moving.
and playing music. I was like, you know what? Living in a studio, trying to see if I could make ends meet. And a lot of people don't understand how much struggle it is for a musician, and they're like, oh, you play with a band and he's in the music. And I was like, oh, yeah, I don't even know what the hell I'm going to eat when I get back home.
Wow. Listen,
So I,
baby, I'm a baby in regards to the life experiences that you have, man. I'm just in awe right now listening to these stories about your travels and playing with the band and state to state and all these things. Yeah. So what do you miss the most about Trinidad? Like you left, you had all these experiences. What's the one thing that stands out the most? Like, yo, I miss this thing about Trinidad and Tobago.
so when I left Trinidad, I was 19. I left my dad's house at 18.
Hmm.
Pretty much, I only had 1 year to figure out what Trinidad was about.
Hmm. Wow. So you didn't, you ain't really, because I mean, we know in Trinidad is a baby in the house until 18 or until 20 is still a baby in the house. You know what I mean?
You gotta
So
do what the father say,
you gotta
right?
do
And
what
the
it
mother
say.
say,
Yeah.
you can't do nothing else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, so in that 1 year that you said that 1 year that you spent out, what was that
And when
thing?
I play carnival, that 1 year I was like, I gonna play carnival. And that was the year it was playing the tongue blue, playing the tongue blue. Me and my
Oh,
buddy
yes, yes.
Mark, man, we dressed up in white
Yeah,
and we were painting the tongue blue with Free Canal and all of them because
yeah,
that was my boys back in the day. We
yeah.
used to hang out and stuff with the cloth and all of them and Siren Radio, all of them. So
Oh, so you
that
know,
was
you know
1 year.
Peyton, you know Peyton personally.
Oh
You
yeah,
know Peyton,
I used to model for the cloth,
mad thing. Yo,
and Peyton was one of the big models. I used to be like, so like Mark, Peyton, all of them, the cloth. We were good friends, like friends. Like we hang out, do stuff, model together, that kind of vibes.
yeah,
So that year was like a real big year for me because it's the first time I ever played carnival. And I actually experienced what Trinidad culture is about,
yeah.
and it was like mind blowing to me. I was like, man, this is what I was missing all this time.
Peace, peace.
But
So the one thing that stands out, like I miss this one thing about home. And if I go home now, I want this one thing. What is
uh,
this? What is it? We need to know.
man, there's so much thing about home you miss. Like you miss the people, you miss, your family most of all, and how you feel like no matter where you go in the world, you can always go back home and be yourself.
Yeah,
And the culture, just listening to the music and just being around that
yeah,
music. Trinidad people is more of such a free spirited people.
yeah. So you miss
You
that
know,
whole vibe. You miss that whole experience of being home with your friends and family and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I mean, before COVID, obviously, before lockdown and all this whole world lockdown business, is it a thing that you did frequently? Like, did you go home frequently, like every year for carnival or family reunion or whatever? Or
Well, I started going back home. I for a while I wasn't home for, let's see, about 20 years. When I left 19,
yeah,
I didn't go back home until I was about 30. I'm giving away my age right now. Um, I
so
was
what's gonna happen?
38. I was 38. So almost 20 years.
Wow,
I didn't see my family.
wow.
It was real tough.
No, but in that 20 years, yeah, I could imagine it went from having to buy a calling card to call home, to Facebook, and and then it went to WhatsApp, and now it's just like FaceTime, and sometimes people
Well,
be home and it's like they're there every day. You just need to pick up the phone and call them, and they're right there in your face. You know what I mean? So yeah, it must be easier now to communicate with friends and family back home in comparison to 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So I know that must have been really difficult, must have been really hard.
yeah, so it's easier now because you got WhatsApp. So we like have the whole Blackman have like a group chat. We
That's beautiful.
post like everyday pictures of everything everybody's doing. We try to keep it more positive feedback on everything that we talk about. Everybody have their conversation, and we try to be positive towards everybody in that group chat. And
Yeah. Family,
yeah,
family, family first, family over everything, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So we know we know Nyla is I'm not gonna say she's the most influential, but right now she's the star. She's a star. We all love Nyla. She has a unique voice and unique style. Like, how do you feel seeing your little sister, right?
My
Your little,
niece.
you see, learn something new again.
That's
So
my older sister daughter.
okay, right? So seeing your niece be so great. You know what I mean? Like, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago is proud of her. Like, how do you feel knowing like she's so great, and you know what I mean? How was that experience? How
I'm
was that for you?
I'm I'm proud of her. She has gone through a lot in her life. As we all have. And the one thing I was really good. I'm happy that I had the opportunity with her when she came to California. She was still 16. She was with her guitar and playing, and we sat down. She played a song for me, and I'm like, man, you got a really unique voice. I'm like, your voice is like it stands out, and you have that really. She's just
She's
all
amazing.
around a kind of like happy, laughy person. So to experience that with her, because when I left home, she was like 2 years old.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
She was a baby. You know, she really didn't have any idea who the hell I was. And then when she came
But
to
the
California,
resemblance is there though. You guys can't hide. The resemblance is definitely there. You know what I mean?
yeah, but the thing is, I used to babysit them when they were babies, like
Yeah.
her and her brother and her sister. I used to watch after them. And, I think I left home when she was about 2 years old.
Mm-mm.
And then, seeing her after so long, she developed really well. Like I told her, like, you have a really good voice, but you need to pronounce your words properly. She like,
She probably was like, "Mm."
but
Look at that.
her man Anson Pro, he did a good job with her, helping her develop into who she is today. It's good to have that person that can help you develop your talents,
Yeah.
to reach that next level, and he's doing a good job with her, and she want to reach that next level. And
No, she's definitely gonna get
I
there,
tell
man.
her, don't let anybody stop you. Don't listen to nobody. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People is gonna talk shit and say whatever they want to say, but you know what? Fuck that shit. You do what you want to do. As long as you happy, then other people gonna be happy because you are happy with who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah. I know she has a very huge catalog. Yeah, she's got loads of songs. She's very active,
Oh
a very
yeah.
active artist. Do you have a favorite Nyla Blackman song?
Baila, mami, mami.
I know
Baila,
you're gonna say it.
mami.
I
That's
know
my
you're
favorite
gonna
song.
say it. Yes, boy, that's one. Once you hear that, it sticks in your head. Like you wake up in the morning singing "Bye."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um,
And Sweet Town, loco. Yeah.
so I know you're 3 songs in, as you said. 3 songs in. Yeah, tonight is your third one, right?
As a baby man.
Yeah. Do you reckon we could be blessed with a D Blackman, Nyla Blackman collaboration? Do you see that happen?
The thing is, I don't know about that. You gotta talk to. I'm trying to, as I say, we as the Blackman family tried to step out on our own,
Mm-hmm.
to create our own sound.
For your own way.
Later on in life, if that do happen, it happens. But I can't say what's gonna happen later on. Right at this point in time, she's trying to achieve and get to that Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She will get there. We all will for her. Like I remember when they were doing we had to do like a hashtag vote thing. Like I was petitioning for that thing. I was hashtagging every day. I was pushing that boy. I was pushing it. But I
right,
guess when it comes to it, the soca is has its many islands and so many people love it. But one state in Africa, one country in Africa is probably as big as the Caribbean. You know what I mean? So it
exactly,
yeah, it was a kind of no-brainer that one of the African artists would have come out on top, seeing that they have more people, more manpower to vote for them. You know what I mean? Even if I vote 100 times a day, it still wouldn't add up to how
right,
much one person had to do it one time for
exactly.
you know what I mean? But she will get there. We all will the best for her as well. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, you come from a really talented family, bro. Everybody is hella talented.
The thing is, what's really hard in the Blackman family is that everybody can sing. I mean, like everybody sings. Everybody can play an instrument, and everybody can play versatile instrument, and everybody can write, and they have a good. I'm the only one that was late in actually trying to come up with my own music.
Yeah.
Everybody started at a younger age. Me, I was the shy one, want to be in the back, don't want to do nothing, just play drums. So, like, even now, me sending my music to them, I'm afraid to get the feedback and the criticism I'm gonna get.
Yo, I could only imagine. Yeah. It must be a great feeling though to know that you have people who are experts just in their own right to what they're doing. So when you do get free feedback, when you work on it, you know what I mean, you get that quality and that right there is priceless. You know what I mean? Like I have my own listeners, and sometimes I get people saying, "Yeah, man, I like it," but I know that I put this one fault in there on purpose. Yeah, and they're telling me, "Yeah,
I
man, it's
know,
nice."
right?
You
So,
know,
like,
so
like, yeah. The thing is, what I like, um, constructive criticism
yeah,
because I want people to actually tell me, yeah, it's nice, but I think you could have done this or done this or did this or did that, or
slightly
I'm
different.
not really
Yeah,
feeling the song. And then I'll ask like, okay, what about it you're not feeling? Because the thing is, it's a whole growing process and nothing you ever gonna do is gonna be, it might sound good to you, but it sounds different to other people.
yeah.
So it's like always to get that good constructive criticism from people because you want to hear what the people is hearing, versus what you
Yeah, bro,
good.
I'm with you. I'm trying to get my charger plugged in, man. Getting some power issues here. The thing's dying quickly. Jeez. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Um, so it's like, yeah, it's really good that you have that good foundation of people to get your feedback and stuff from. You know what I mean? Um,
The, The thing
So
is, living in North Carolina, it's so hard because you're so far away from everybody else,
yeah,
and trying to do music, especially island soca music, it's not as easy as it would be for people that are surrounded by a lot of people that's from Trinidad.
yeah, I hear that.
It's
I hear that
tough.
because I mean, soca music is a music that, like, some people say it's a niche. You know what I mean? Like, it's a music that you have to love it, and if someone doesn't necessarily know the culture, it's difficult for them to get to know the culture well enough to tell you, well, when you say I like Bacchanal, they're gonna be like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, what is Bacchanal? And this rhyme scheme of Bacchanal Fest, you know what I mean? Like, when they hit
Right.
Palance, they're gonna be like, what is this Palance business? You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's
exactly.
something you have to born and grow in it and spend some years getting to learn it as well. It's not something you could just jump into just like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot.
Yep.
Some people don't have respect for soca as a genre, but
No, they
I
don't.
always say, I always say like soca is the one genre of music that shuts down entire countries, and it's the
But
soundtrack to the best of days. You know what I mean?
but check this out, okay? If you listen to every single pop music today, every single reggaeton music today, I don't care if they call it reggaeton,
Mm.
the beat is a soca beat,
Yeah, 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 definitely.
okay? Even a lot of the pop artists put in soca music into their song, but don't want to call it soca. They
Yeah,
don't want to do credit to where credit is due because, oh, Trinidad is a small island. Who cares about Trinidad? Nobody
I
cares about
pop
Trinidad.
nonsense they're calling it.
You know, so it's a bunch of BS in my book, and to see that I understand that reggaeton is they consider it reggaeton, but the thing is, the beat is a soca beat. If you listen to soca music and you listen to reggaeton, it is soca that they just add a couple more different drums and a different more stuff. The
Yeah,
only thing that made it reggaeton was the skank. And right now, they ain't doing no skank.
I'm with you. Yeah. So Darren Blackman, not the soca artist, not the drummer, none of these things that we've spoken about here. So on a daily basis, like when you have your free time, like what's your go-to thing to do? Like what do you do to pass your time on a daily basis?
I'm a very health conscious kind of guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like me, I watch what I eat. I do my workout. You know, um, my daily basis passing time is I go to work, come home, I try to do my music as much as I can, which is not a lot.
Mm.
I try to put in as much as I can, and I'm healthy. I'm more conscious about what I do now than I used to back in the day. Because as you get older, you
Gotta
gotta
watch,
looking,
gotta watch what you're eating.
mm-hmm, gotta watch what you're eating, and stay healthy and focused on what you want to do, and feed yourself with positive vibes. The thing is, I try to be positive in everything that I do, and a lot of people may not take it as positive
Mhm.
because I'm an extremist. You know,
Yeah.
As there's no like in between
No
balance.
extreme.
There's either all the way or nothing.
I hear that. I hear that. So if if you were not doing music, yeah,
Mhm.
what would your dream career be outside of music?
uh, my dream career would have been art. I used to love art music. I used to love painting, like
Yeah.
artistic stuff.
Have you got
That
any? Have you got any of your work laying around the studio there that you could show us quickly?
No,
That,
the thing is like I used to send it all to my mom. I don't know what she did with it, but I used to do like all different kind of art portraits.
mhm.
There might be some somewhere around. I think I do have one. You want to hold on? Let me show you.
Listen, run and go and get the picture and come and show it now, man. Run and get the picture. Listen, all yeah. Just now, I look up at the power, the power, and the power say 10%. We are start to scratch my head. 10%. I don't run and get a charger quick. But I never knew that Darren's into art. You know, that's amazing. Like, I'm a stiff. I can't draw.
So this
I
is
can't.
one.
Yo, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
I did this. It's just
You
pretty
sure
much a
you sure you did that?
yeah,
You sure that's you? Wow.
yeah.
That's really impressive, bro.
So I did this a while back. I used to do like some other half nude portraits, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
So um I started doing some like pencil work on like some other stuff, but hold on. I think I have one right here that I started. This one right here. I
Yo,
started, but I never finished.
that looks amazing, man. That looks amazing.
But it's just I kind of just got busy into music and I just dropped the pencil.
So you're a man of many talents.
I
Many.
tried, yeah, I tried to dabble in a couple
Yo,
things.
what motivates you to like to be you, like to say, well, all right, then I'm gonna roll the dice at doing art. I'm gonna roll the dice at learning to produce and do my own music and stuff. Like, what motivates you to be Darren Blackman? You know what I mean?
The thing is, you got one. For me, it's like you got one life to live. You know,
Facts.
so you gotta try and do everything that you possibly can to enjoy this one life. And if you want to do five different things, why not? Why not just do it? And the thing is, it doesn't matter what people think about it. The thing is what you think about it, and what you want for yourself. Because everybody else, a lot of people follow, you know, they
Mhm.
follow social media, they follow everything, follow superstars. It's like, but the thing is, they're not even happy with their life. Are you going to be happy with your life? What makes you happy? So me, the thing is, I try to live my life for me these
Mhm.
days. I really don't care what other people think about me because at the end of the day, you live your life for yourself,
Yeah. Facts.
and you live your life to please your family.
Mhm.
So for me, being who you are and doing what you want to do is most important. People can say whatever they want to say about you. That's the one thing I'm happy that my dad raised us how we did because we are not easily scared about what people is going to say about you. Like, I really don't care. I grew up my whole life hearing people say things about my dad, about me, about whatever. And like, you know what? I really don't care. You live your life for you. That what makes me do what I want to do. If it's not good enough for other people, at least I'm doing it. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, you know what, I should have done it, but I don't want to do it because I don't want the criticism. It's like it's better to be criticized than ridiculed and not do nothing.
Facts. That's some inspirational words right there, bro. Now let's try to go back into the music a bit. Yeah. Um, in the music industry, yeah. what would you say are some of the struggles that you face as I mean, you're not new to soca, but you're a new to soca artist. You know what I mean? Like, what do you feel is some of the struggles that you face as a new soca artist in the industry?
I think the problem that soca artists have versus other musicians and other artists is that other artists would tag or compliment or try to push that other person up while they're going up.
Mm-hmm.
Soca artists don't do that. I think what they need to do, okay, you already at this point, you already at this level, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard it is to reach at that level. Don't you think you should start saying, you know what? Let me give a little bit back so I can actually help the people that's coming along because you know what? You ain't going to be here for a long time. You're going to get old at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So let me help a lot of the young kids that is having struggles in their life, problems with their family, and the only way out is music. What is your legacy gonna leave? Okay, yeah, you're a top of the line musician, you're the best soca artist, but the thing is, your legacy doesn't only dwell on how good your music is. Your legacy is dwell on what you have done for other people
Trust
that
me.
they keep talking about you.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
you're describing me right now, bro. You're describing me. I'm basically I should name myself. I should call myself help because I love to help. You know what I mean? In any way, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? I
The
love help.
thing I know exactly what you're talking about because for me, um, how I grew up, how we grew up, if somebody asks me for help to do something, I'm so quick to say, "Oh yeah, man, no problem," without even thinking about it.
Hmm.
Like if somebody want me to do something with when it comes musically or anything like that, the first thing that comes to my mind is when, what time, when you need me there, not how much you want. This is how much I charge. Blah 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 blah. The
It's
thing is
about
because
money.
today every artist or the smallest producer is all about money.
Yep.
It's not about what I could do to better or to make my footprint, to leave my mark somewhere. It's the first thing is always money. Money, 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 money. And that is one thing I can't stand.
I hear that. I hear that. I'm with you 100%. Um, sometimes it's not always about money. Sometimes just giving people a helping hand. And with me, sometimes it's not even about how talented I think you are. It's not even about what I want from you in the future. Sometimes I just see someone trying, and if I can help in any way, I will. And sometimes you may do that, and it may turn around and be something that annoys you. Like you think yourself, "Oh, I'll help this person," and they just turn out to be like such a headache. You know what I mean? But
Right.
as long as I stick to my word, if I said I will do it and I do what I said I'd do, my job is done. The rest is for you. And I'm always there, open to give support. And you know the way that we converse, like you know how me and you are anyway.
Yeah.
Um. So in the soca industry, and soca is our genre that we love. We push soca. Who would you say are your influences? Like, who influences your music, and who do you listen to for inspiration within the soca community?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go way back before the new school.
Yeah,
So the people I used to love to listen to was Baron,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Baron, man, and his voice, just the way he sing, it was
Mm,
soca music, but just so soothing, man. It's like everything about it was great. Right now, today, I pretty much listen to everything. I listen to Kes. I love Kes performance. He's a great performer. Um, who else? Um, there's a lot of young artists coming up right now. I love listening to my niece. Yeah, of course. Um, what's his name? I got a blank.
Tell me the
But
song. Song.
huh?
Sing the song. I bet you all know who it is.
What do you call his name? Efren?
Irfan Alves.
Elfin Alvarez. Yes. Him, I love his style. It's a total different vibe. I think he's trying to go more um, worldwide soca versus just home soca for
Yeah,
carnival,
yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
vibe. So
It's
yeah,
not
I
really
try to
wild,
listen to
nothing. Yeah.
I try to listen to most of those three and a couple others because they try to versatile the music more for the more
I see
worldwide
that.
area.
I see the direction as well. I see the
You know what
direction.
I'm saying?
So, who would you love to collaborate with in the soca industry? Like, who's your who? Give me one male and one female artist that you would love to collaborate with.
Oh man, Bungie Gallon. I got it. Oh, you know what? I forget Bungie.
Yeah, you listen
Bungie.
to Bungie.
Because back in the day, I knew Bungie and Ataclan and all of them back in the day. But the thing is, I was so young. And they was like so young coming out of the whole thing. Ataclan. Ataclan is my boy.
Yeah,
You know, rap. So
crazy,
that was
crazy
like back
talented
in the
people.
day. Yeah. I would like to collaborate with Bungie and my niece. But I like Bungie's style. You know,
I'm a
not
I'm a
not
artist.
not too many people sound like Bungie. He has a unique voice, you know, and a unique style. Not a lot of people in Trinidad have that vibes. Yeah, I would like to do something with Bungie. If that ever
What
happened.
what song is on your playlist on repeat right now? One song are you listening over and over and over and over?
Gee, I play everything, dude. I don't have a repeat. I have like a soca list.
Yeah, it just plays. It just plays
It just
continuously.
I just play. I'm like every single soca music that come out for the whole year. Even I even go all the way back in 2020,
Hmm.
all the way back to 2000, and listen to like all the soca genre music. I listen
That's some
to
big songs. That's some big songs from. Listen, straight up the line. It's like every year it's just hits after hits after hits. And when I was younger, I always used to say they can't sing no better song than this next year. And then next year, guess what happens? Hits again.
the thing is I don't know how them guys do it. Okay, I really don't know how they come up with a hit song every single carnival. You know what I'm saying? It's real difficult to come up with like two songs every carnival.
Do you
Problem
feel like
Child, next guy,
you carry
Problem
on?
Child, next guy too. He come up with some good songs too.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant writer. One of the best writers in the world right now when it comes to soca music.
Yeah.
So, so how do you feel social media has impacted the soca community and soca music, especially like during the lockdown time and stuff like that?
Oh man, I think that has a big. It's a lot of people have suffered from it because Trinidad, on the whole, a lot of the artists depends on the people for their music. You know what I'm saying? And it has a significant effect on a lot of them by the way they travel because a lot of you have like Carnival in Trinidad, then you have Carnival in Jamaica, you have Carnival in New York, you have Carnival in Boston, in London. So like,
Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada,
yeah,
Antigua,
you
Bermuda,
know,
everywhere.
the whole year they traveling, from place to place for a whole week to 2 weeks, a whole month in Carnival, and they can't do that. and I don't think they're getting the same effect that they would as if it was just live. It's
Yeah.
and I don't think a lot of people realize how bad social media is because you don't feel the same vibes, the energy, as if it
Mhm.
was live music. You know what I'm saying?
So would you
It's
say
different.
it's a plus? Is it a plus in a hard time, or is it a minus in a hard time?
I think it's a minus. I kind
It's
of
a
take it back a little bit, yeah, because you can't really communicate with people on on a on that level when
Yeah,
it's
I mean
social media.
the
You
vibe
know?
side of things I can understand because I mean like if it wasn't for social media, me and you wouldn't be having this conversation right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So on the vibe side of things, I'm with you 100%. I agree. I agree.
yeah, definitely. But I think it take away from the whole vibes of the music and
Yeah, the experience
everything.
because it's soca is an experience in it. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
have to be in it to really fully enjoy it. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
I'm
You
with
know,
you. I'm
because
with you 100%.
people feed off of energy, and the music gives you energy. You know, so
Yeah.
people feed off that energy from one another.
Do you feel like soca music has evolved? Because I mean, like you were born in soca, raised in soca, secretly raising yourself in soca because you weren't allowed to listen. You know, and now you're singing soca. Like the question is the last 3 years, if you feel like if soca has evolved. But I want to take it back further than that because I mean, soca music. You know, what I mean, do you feel like it has evolved, and what direction do you think it's heading in, and where do you see it going?
It has evolved tremendously from what it has changed a lot. You know, from what it was to what it is now. Um, it has gone more versatile, more closer to American standard of music, I would say. Because the thing is, you got to understand, the rest of the world don't understand the soca music in Trinidad. You know, how they sing. It's like all they want to do is whine, 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 juk, 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 juk. So I think they trying to appease people now, you know, to okay, let's not be so vulgar and change it, tame it down a little bit, so the rest of the world can try and understand what we really trying to say.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
because only a Trinidadian, right, or Caribbean person can understand what this music is about. But if you don't go to Trinidad a lot, right, then you wouldn't understand. It's like, what the? It's like, I can't move so fast. I can't move so fast. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired.
Because it have this whole conversation about soca not being a genre and like a legitimate genre on these music platforms and stuff like that. So I feel like how do you feel we can go about getting our music to be on these platforms and recognized as soca, not go under island music or island pop or dancehall or reggae or any other genre.
I think what we need to do um, is change some of the lyrics in the songs, make it more of like an everyday thing so people can understand.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, a lot of the songs is based on wine, raise your hand, joke, wine, 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 wine. But the thing is, I think if we make it more every day so people can understand what people is actually going through
Hmm.
everyday life, you know, love, struggles, frustration, you know, all that stuff. If we take that and put it into soca music, then I think it would take it to a whole nother level,
Hmm.
you know, and not just for carnival only, you know, because a lot of artists concentrate on carnival. I'm gonna make an album or a couple songs for just carnival season, you know, and a lot of the Caribbean artists need to start influencing each other and saying, you know what, let's just forget about carnival and concentrate on trying to get our music worldwide so the world can actually know, like, hey, we created soca.
Mm-hmm.
We are the foundation of soca music. You know what I'm saying? Just like pan music, just like pan. You know what I'm saying? So I think we
Brilliant.
need
Brilliant.
to put a stamp and say, let's kind of change the lyrics a little bit and concentrate and make it more worldwide so other people can understand it and still, you know, come together and say, yeah, this is a good vibes.
Proper, proper. I agree with you 100%, bro. You smacked it. You smacked it. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. I want to ask you off the top of my head. I'm gonna ask you off the top of your head. Yeah, Nyla or Patrice?
Okay,
Quick answers,
yeah,
bro. No time to
that's a
think. No
tough one,
time
you
to
know.
think. No time to
That's a tough one because the thing is, Patrice got some really good song, you know.
think. I'm making them difficult for you on purpose. Nyla Patrice,
Ah,
bro. Quick
shit.
fire answers. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna have to go with my niece. I can't sing.
Okay. Bungie or Marshall?
Oh God, dude, I grew up with Marshall, boy. Shit,
Yeah.
that's a real hard one. Jeez, Louise. Why you
I'm
gotta
telling
pick
you,
two
I'm
of
not
them?
making them easy for you. I'm not making it easy for you.
I gotta go with Marshall.
Yeah? Listen, there's no wrong answer here, you know. There's no wrong answer. Um, let me see. Let me go again. Um, Nadi or Destra?
Oh God. I'm gonna have to go with Destra. I'm have to go with Destra. Destra.
Okay. Let me see. Dun. Um, boy, I can't even think of a next one. Okay. Voice or Irfan?
Oh God.
I'm
Jeez,
telling
what
you, I'm not
you
making it
pick
easy for
like two of the best artists, like two of the best singers, dude.
yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not making it
Oh,
easy. I'm not making it
shoot. Oh man. Damn. That
voice
that
easy.
that right there is a real tough one, boy. Because voice have a unique voice. Everyone is a totally different singer.
Yeah.
Ah, I'll go with Offering.
You're gonna go over that's your boy, you see, that's your boy. I know that's your boy. That's your boy. Um, you know the DJs, right?
Yeah, I know some of the DJs.
Okay. I'm gonna give you two DJs that now sing, yeah? Ding Dong or Shal Marshall.
Oh shoot. Shawn Marshall.
Shal, okay. Producers, Travis Will or Precision?
Oh shit. God.
I'm not playing with you, bro.
I'll go with Travis Wool.
Travis Will.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna give you one more. Hmm. Roti, roti or bacon shack?
But I love my Indian woman. I love my Indian food. I'll go.
Listen, there was only one answer there. There was only one answer, bro. Only one. Listen, roti is the unofficial,
Dude,
like, national
you
dish.
can't go wrong with curry. I just eat some curry downstairs, you know. I tell you, I's a curry man, you know.
I eat curry last night. I ate curry last night. You know? Darren, bro, it's been a pleasure talking to you on Pushsoca. Before we leave, if there's anybody you wanna big them up, make sure and tell people where to find you, and make sure and tell people where to find your music, please.
I want to big up my management team, Versatile Management, you know, for always going out there, you know, Push Soca, Trini Cindy, Siren Radio, all my people that, you know, is just on the total level of pushing soca vibes. I love Carnival, all of them. I want to big up my wife for all the support, all my family. and everybody who is just, you know, full support and risk it all. You know what I'm saying? That's my shirt right now. You see that shit right there? Got a
Yeah, man.
flex. Yeah, risk it all. Yeah, that's the clothing line. So you know what I'm saying?
Up top,
Yeah.
man.
Go on the platform, check out the music. I'm about to drop a new single in a couple days.
Yeah?
It's gonna be three guys, myself and two other guys, one from St. Vincent and Dirty White. Um, and then after that, I'm working on another song with my man, TVM Killer. It's gonna be kind of like an Afrobeat kind of vibe. So yeah,
Listen, I'm
I'm coming
excited.
with some stuff.
I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Just keep us in the loop. Make sure keep sending all the promos to us, like so we can, you know, keep on pushing you and your soca music, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, big up the whole of
Big
the
up
Push Soca
yourself.
team, yeah. Yo, thanks, bro. Thanks,
Big up
bro.
yourself.
Yeah, man.
You know, and
Respect,
all
brother.
the love and support. All them DJs in
UK.
England, you know, the UK for all the support that they supporting me. You know, I can't say how much thanks and appreciation that you guys have shown me, and you know, thank you, man. Even being so far, yet still be so close. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, bro. You know what, brother? It's been a pleasure talking to you. On behalf of Push Soca, it's been a pleasure having you. You know what I mean? And onwards and upwards, all the best to you, your family, and all your endeavors. You know what I mean? Keep on doing great things, keep on being a great person. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just a love, you know. As we say
Come on.
on this platform, we push soca. We push
Yeah.
Caribbean culture. We push music. You
Big up
get
to
me?
my family, the Blackman family. I can't without them. You know, much love and respect to my Blackman family.
You don't know, bro. Tell the people where they could find you, please. On
You can
social.
go on Darren Blackman Instagram, you know, and you can hit me up on Facebook the same way. And you can go on and check out the latest single tonight on every single platform. Soon I'm coming out with a video, so just stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, then, bro. If you could do me a favor and exit the chat, and then you know I'll just close off on this side. All right. Blessings, yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Blessings.
Have a
Late.
nice brother. Yeah, man.
You
Let me just pull up that song real quick. Yes, people. That was Darren Blackman. You don't know it's a boy Batch the Bachelor, girl the Spatula. Right here on Push Soca. Keep it locked. More interviews to come. Yeah, we're gonna try get everybody on the platform because we push soca. Big up the whole of Push Soca management team. You don't know. Madam Bad. Signing off.